Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you talk about a home field advantage, you have to consider Kinnick Stadium. The fans are right on top of the action. They are on top of the opponent's sideline, making it one of the most difficult places to play in all of college sports. Named after Niall Kinnick, a war hero, the beautiful wave to the Cancer Children's Hospital. This is one of the most iconic spots to watch a college football game in the country. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. And the Utes ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Hawkeyes call a timeout. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Trying to move them on the counter. Here's a little room there. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
When you run these counter-type plays, you're getting extra offensive linemen pulling at the point of attack, opening up a crease for that running back to gash the defense.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31.
Ready? Red 54, red 54. Go, go. Let it go.
Here's a give to Malton. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the left side. Great to have perfect blocking, but you can also make your own, and that's exactly what he does, getting it up to the 36.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
It's 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Go, go.
From the gun, wants to pass. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field.
Red 18, red 18. Booster, booster. Ready, go.
On 4th down, going to the air. They get him on the ground, but not before he keeps his opening drive alive with a 4th down conversion.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge 1st down.
The Hawkeyes are rolling down the field. Handoff for Malton. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. The play action fake. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play.
Makes the grab in their space. The tag. Touchdown, Hawkeye. Roll his way into the end zone.
Well, the gamble by the head coach early in the game really pays off. Remember, they went for it on 4th down to stay on the field. They wanted to be aggressive, and now they get to pay it off, scoring a touchdown. Really nice job. It's always a massive gamble as a head coach taking those risks, but when you've got an offense like this, that really wasn't that tough of a decision.
And I think defensively, that kind of takes the wind out of your sails. Like, you get so excited. You force the 4th down, maybe a punt, maybe a field goal, whatever it is. I'm going to get off the field, and then they get it. And they finish with this drive together. You're right. Circle that 4th down. That was a big one.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
The Utes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. Good timing on the quick out. Finding some room. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Turning it on. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
You want to talk about building a drive around a guy, first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is a guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball in the backfield.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Here's a gift to Parker. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. We've come to the break, and Iowa has the lead. And we've reached the end of 1. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. First play of the period, 1st down here. Running inside, it's Brave. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
and he can make things happen too. It's so important now. You see this all the time in college football. Running back by committee. This team has a lot of talent. They are a loaded backfield. It's good to see this backup now getting some run in this game.
Makes the grab. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Wants to adjust the pattern. In the red area, it's Parker. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Dropping back, it's Dampier. Takes the easy completion. He gets it in! Touchdown, Utah! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit, looking to take a shot. Goes high to pull it in. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive. Maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later, go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on 1st down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. That's exactly what happened. Nice job.
And I'm not surprised, right? Like, they go to him again. Last drive, he did an unbelievable job. And if I'm this defense, just keep honing in, right? Like, making sure he has to earn it. Making sure a lot of people get near him. Continue to hit this running back. Try to slow him down and cool him off.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains. And when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Here's a gift to Malton. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. And the Hawkeyes want to move quickly. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got his man on the right. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
This offense is going to try and stretch the field vertically and horizontally. They did there throwing it to their running back, but the defense, they were in perfect position to make that play for no gain.
Iowa spends his 2nd timeout here. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So here they come on 4th and long. This play made much more difficult by that 3rd down penalty.
Return. West. Right.
try to throw and pick up the first down. Rushes on him. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Plows through the defense.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Looking downfield, it's Dampier. Gets it to the back. At the 45 on his way. And after a nice gain, the runner just scoots out of bounds.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The give out of the gun. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense. Like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Handoff, Parker running left. There's a crease. Touchdown, Utes! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. And you saw it right there.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. On the ground with the counter. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. The Hawkeyes moving quickly to the line.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
And he throws hands with that strong, stiff arm, but still not a lot of running room there. Now the play fake. Starting to feel a little pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. They'll give it to Malton. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And they may have caught the defense napping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that 3rd down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of down.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football in these 3rd down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
looking to throw on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Moulton. On his feet at the 40. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch. Make the run. Get the first down.
Looking downfield on first down. Finds his tight end. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
On the draw, it's Moulton. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. Now the Hawkeyes will call their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Looking to the big tight end. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms.
Booster.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. Just about set to get this second half underway. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Finds his man down the middle. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Dropping back, it's Dampier. Going to try to pop one on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on third down. Quarterback making checks. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Release to the back. Firing to the right, complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. They'll go with Parker. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. In their own territory, but completely undaunted as they go for it and make it on fourth down.
And it's crazy. I don't even think you have a second thought anymore. Even in your own side of the field, like, what, I'm going to have bad field position? Nah, I don't really care. We're going to go for it. We're going to play the numbers. We're going to be aggressive.
Here's Wayshawn one more time. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Discards him with the stiff arm. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. So the turnover sets up their first drive in this second half, and they'll have an opportunity to take... Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Iowa! And that one will give them the lead. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll start on the ground with Wayshawn Parker. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line.
A lot of times the QB's going to drop back and try to make a big play, What's your safe option if nothing's there? Slip it to your running back. Let him catch it. Let him go get a first down for you.
Handoff for Parker. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Working that left side now. Looking for room, it's Parker. Runs through the tackle. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
That's the end of the quarter, and Iowa is on top. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So first down will open up the final period. Parker again. Fighting off the defender. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley and knock him down for a loss.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Looking to pass. It's Dampier. Hauls it in. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver. Just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy. And I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
Looking to help the kicker out on 3rd down. From here, it will be a 59-yard attempt. Here's a give to Parker. Powers through the defender. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, they're after him. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
We're at a juncture of the game now here in the 4th quarter. 1-possession game. Every critical down and distance is going to matter. And on that 4th down, the defense gets the win. Great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion and a turnover on downs.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense they get the football back.
Time is is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. To the air on second down. Under fire. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. And the Hawkeyes in the hurry up. Motion from the wide receiver. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Makes the grab on the left. There he goes. Inside the 30. 10. Touchdown, Hawkeye. He got a step and just dusted the field. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the points come in a lightning strike, a 70-yard touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Utes are ready to begin this drive on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. And the Utes come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw. It's Dampier. Pocket breaking down. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
He's going for a big play downfield. Upstairs to make the catch. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
And, man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They'll run it. It's Parker. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
What a great job by the defense understanding where they're on the field. Listen, the wide side of the field is this way. They're going to try to run that sweep, identifying it, flying like madmen to the football, just understanding speed and space. I got to be ready for that, and they were.
Wants to fire on second down. Looking for the score. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Trying to take it back.
And this offense, man, they're just desperate. Like late in the football game, you're down. They've got to push the ball down the field. They've got to find some explosive plays. And they found one, Jesse, but for the defense.
The 4 verticals has a better chance of working earlier in the game when it's close, but when you're trailing by a lot, the defense knows you have to throw it, just sending 4 guys running in a straight line down the field, oftentimes not a tremendous play call.
They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Timeout called by the Utes. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. It's a flea flicker. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Utah now calls a timeout. They'll have 1 left. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. The Hawkeyes call a timeout. It's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Flips it out on the screen. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left. The Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. Dumps it to the back. With the catch, it's Parker. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. The Utes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. He's taking a deep shot. It's dropped, and that's how we'll wrap up this one as the game is over. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go. been fierce, and both of these teams know if they survive and advance from here, a host of opportunities lie ahead. Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. It's the LSU Tigers and the Ole Miss Rebels. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Checking in with the Rebels head coach. Here at home with this conference opponent and heated rival coming in. This is an opportunity to make a name for themselves in the conference. The SEC is off to a competitive start, and they have got to prove themselves here today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Rebels ready to kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Harris. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Finding an escape route. Makes it past the marker. Wide open spaces. Carried it all the way down to the 35-yard line before they finally got him stopped. And the Tigers are in the hurry-up.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. That's caught. It's Berry. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? Finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
On the direct snap, it's Berry. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
You want to bring in your tight ends? You want to bring in more beef for that offensive line? I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job by the defense understanding the situation. Red zone, field shrinks. I need more bigger personnel on the field, some big guys that can stop the run. Played the run well. Great job by the defense understanding the situation.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking for a crease. It's Hall. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Keeps it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And how about a decision time right off the jump. 4th down. Do I want to go for it? First drive. Palmer, what you going to do?
I'm taking the points right here. It's early in the game. You're trying to pay off this opening drive. Just get some points up on the board. If it was a little closer to the end zone, I'd say maybe go for it, but I'm playing conservative this week.
It is good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacy. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Right back to the well. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25.
Here we go. Ready. 285.
On the run, it's Lacy. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They'll give it on the counter. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you've got the offense right where you want it.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They'll send the back in motion. To the air on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Lacy. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Well, you're trailing in the game. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running is able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
The run inside. It's Lacy. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offense trying to catch him off guard a little bit, running that draw play, but the defense wasn't fooled. Everybody stayed in their lane, and they're able to get the tackle for loss.
After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. Guys, LSU has the lead here. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got an open man. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive.
I mean, the great news is you just came up with a huge completion on third down, but the bad news is you're still miles away from picking up this first because of how poor you were first and second down. Moving forward in this game, the offense has got to do a better job early in the drive.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On fourth down, looking for the completion. And he will go down. Couldn't get rid of it in time, and the defense gets a sack on fourth down.
And the D brings the heat, man, and they catch him a little bit off guard. Quarterback doesn't know where to go with the football. Man, the worst thing you can do on fourth down is take a sack. It doesn't matter if you get an INT. Throw that thing up. Give your receiver a chance to make a play. He holds on to it too long, and the defense gets the sack.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Guys, you just say Magnolia Bowl, and it sounds elegant and pristine and reserved. And Ole Miss and LSU, anything but. Charges of clock malfeasance, downright cheating back in the old days just to get a leg up in this rivalry game.
It feels like they've been playing this game since the Louisiana Purchase and Napoleonic Law. They've been playing it forever down south in an area of the country where sometimes it just feels...
Snags it and he's open. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. The Tigers right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Back to throw, it's Levitt. Got it set up on the outside. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. That screen pass just never had a chance to get going, and the defense wrecked it from the start.
And you assume on a screen play you're going to get something positive, something decent. That was absolutely awful. There was nowhere to go, no room for the running back to make a play. That offense needs to execute that a lot better.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Yeah, and the quarterback didn't have a chance. I mean, when you get to the QB that fast, Jesse, you're still processing information, for goodness sakes.
And you're getting to the sideline whenever this drive is over, and you're asking for help from your offensive coordinator. You're asking, hey, can we slide our offensive line and help out blocking this guy? Can I get a tight end to stay in and maybe get a chip on this dude? Because I'm not feeling too comfortable right now back there knowing that we're trying to only block him with one guy.
On the move to his left. He's going for it all. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play. The Tigers will hustle to the line. From the red zone, looking for a man. Bringing the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Scanning the field, it's Levitt. Here's the heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
His drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Just drives it between the uprights. The lead now 6 here in the second.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Rebels offense is back on the field. They are searching for any type of answer they can find, down 6-0. Running inside, it's Lacy. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Right back to it. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
They'll run play action. Shoots it to the left. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Taking it the other way. Finally brought down. The what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Just feeds the running back. There's some room. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. To throw, it's Levitt. Flips it out in the flat. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tigers! Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Alexander. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Lacy. Got a little space. And he forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. This time he wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Lacy. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake. Check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was two guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The Rebels want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Ole Miss calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time. And you saw all of it on that in route.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays.
Hey, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the fourth sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
A high kick. Let's see if he can play of the half. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. We're just about ready to start the second half. Start this drive at their own 25. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Fires to the middle. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Unloads to the right. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
That's the story today in this game. The coverage defensively has been so good. They seem to always be in the back pocket of these intended targets, and they swat another pass away incomplete.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. He might want another play. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Works the middle of the field. Rams him with the stiff arm. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
One of the things I love about this wide receiver, it's not all bombs and posts and go routes. Third and long, you just kind of run him not too far down the field. He makes the catch, and he's so dangerous, making moves, using his speed and elusiveness. He finds a way to get that first down and keep the offense on the field.
He wants to throw it again. Looking to scramble. Plenty of time in the pocket, and he'll sling it out to the left. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second-half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown LSU! Once he got some room, it was over. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the point after is good. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Here's the pressure. And they got him.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Right down the middle. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Off the play fake. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And, man, this offense just searching for some way to climb back and get back into this game. They're down by 1,000, and it's not looking good. And you can't even protect your quarterback on third down. Like, everything going the other direction.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. The offense changing the play. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. He wants to go deep. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Looking for more room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass, it's Levitt. Gets it to him on the screen. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. LSU lining up first and goal. Here's Durham. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
The back had no nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Quick spin on the ride. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. The holder will put it down on the right hash. A 33-yard try. Dead center perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Haas. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary. Catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Under fire. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And this defense just continues to dominate the football game. This score is lopsided. It's not looking good. But I know one thing. If you can't protect that guy, there's no chance for you to win this game or the future games.
Throws to the wideout. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. He'll try to take it back. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Great place to start for this offense. Back to throw, it's Levitt. Finds his big tight end. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. The give to Caden Durham. Strong, firm tackle. And the Tigers want to crank the tempo. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
The field goal is no good. Guys, after the missed field goal, the lead is still 23.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
Might be calling a hot route. On the ground, it's Lacey.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Leaves it with the back. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep the drive alive. He's not quite going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs as the defense stops him a few yards short. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Derv. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Looking for room, it's Berry. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Third down from the gun, Lewis. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Sweet. Hey, take it. Bubba. Go.
4th down, Lewis. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W?
Ball is loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. The run inside. It's Lacey. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the 1st down, new set of downs, let's go.
To the ground, he's got it again. Shows him the stiff arm. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one.
And the thing you got to watch out for with this running back is he's pretty streaky. When he breaks off a big run, more big runs normally follow soon after, and you're seeing it now on the last 2 plays. Big-time plays back-to-back, and you know right now he's calling for the ball again.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Whoa, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. Takes the handoff. It's Lacey. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical. Get off the ball.
They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he's sacked. A big play on fourth down to stop this drive.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up. Run it. Do something. You can't take a sack on fourth down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
They wrestle him down after a pickup of 11 yards on the play, and we've reached a 2-minute timeout. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Derv. Picks up the first down. So they come to the line, and the wildcat going to give him a different look. Back has it. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, LSU! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. This drive will open from the 15. Might be changing the route. Off play action on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. Leaping grab for a big gain. Find some room. Inside the 10. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party gift. A late touchdown.
And this offense finally gets something together and gets on the scoreboard. It's not over yet, but this is a good sign, man. They got the positive momentum. See if they can build on this, even though we're in the fourth quarter.
And the extra point is good. And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Break. So it's all. Go, go.
On the ground with the counter. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Caden Durham again. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
This is an area of the game, on offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
Going for the big play. Makes a catch at the 15. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. The Magnolia Bowl goes to LSU as the Tigers take care of Ole Miss. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.